What are the things that you need to put in place to make a club or a venue successful?
Isn't that how I make my money?
I guess so.
I went to Afro Nation last year, Afro Nation Portugal.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, if we had that here, I kid you not, it would be the best thing in the world. So Coffee says, listen, this might happen. I just need you to have an eye. Chris says, say less. Try as much as I can to always show up. Look, guys, I'm always late, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I'm always there.
I will pull up.
I will always pull up.
Yeah. So
yeah.
18.5.
18.6. Don't leave that clipper.
Yo. Yeah.
So after I denied 26 and a half, he was like, so what do you want? I said, I want your worst night. And he's like, literal words, he's like, you're an arrogant little shit, you know that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not arrogant.
I
want to prove a point.
Yeah.
To Zone 6, it was a Mint Fridays. Right. And I remember the record was held by Deleuze, the turnover record.
Yeah.
We beat it by $2,000. And I'm
sure you
and that was that was prime time Lays. I'm talking 2016,
yeah.
you know, North God.
Oh,
you understand?
North God.
And then Chris was like, how did you do that?
Very special announcement. The Dead Store is finally open. So we're open from Tuesday till Sunday from 10 a.m. and we're located in Rosebank on 138 SMUTS. So pull up to the store and get your dead pieces.
And you're live on Dead Radio.
Welcome to another very special episode of Dead Radio with your boy Ini. And you know how we do with the special guests. We never disappoint you guys. We're gonna get into our guest's life story, break down, extract the keys for you guys to use in your everyday lives, and yeah.
Nice. What up, everybody, guys? I'm a very shy person, so don't judge me for whatever I say now on my intro. But my name is Shama, and I am a nightclub promoter. Well, let me say event promoter because I've grown from that. So I curate events, I promote events, I used to host them. Essentially what I do is I make parties happen.
Thank you so much for joining us, bro. How's your day going?
Can I tell you, any day after Tuesday for a promoter is always hectic.
It's one of those.
It's one of those. Because we wake up to phone calls and then our biggest thing is crisis management. The industry we work in is full of crisis.
I feel that.
Because you deal with creatives. And one thing about creatives, they're not stable.
At all.
You know that.
At all. I know that very well.
You know, you can wake up and say, you know what, I feel like I want to see the beach for one more day.
Yeah.
Now your booking is screwed now.
Yeah, literally.
But I mean, today it was another day of crisis management. But I think it's ending well here.
Okay. Nah, shout out, bro. Shout out.
How was yours?
Mine was good. Chilled. We've been shooting all day, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't you guys get tired? I get camera shy.
Sometimes, but not today. I'm feeling energized.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Love that.
Let's start your story from the beginning. Where were you born?
Yeah. So a lot of people, I put on my bio, but a lot of people don't know. I'm actually from Congo, DRC.
Dope.
Born in Kinshasa.
Dope.
But I came here when I was really young.
Okay.
My parents, you know, seeking a better life and stuff.
Yeah.
So they came here, and I'm not gonna skip all the growing up parts, you know.
Yeah.
Primary school, high school, got to varsity, and I remember the only person I knew was my older sister. So her and I were in the same grade because I finished school earlier.
Dope.
So we got to varsity. Big sis, if you ever see this, you know, I remember this day still.
Yeah.
We got at the entrance. I don't know if you know UJ, but
Yes,
that
yes.
that
Yes.
thing there.
Yeah.
We get there. She says, anyways, you know how to talk to people. You'll figure it out. I've got my friends. Don't bother me. And she walks off.
Whew.
I'm sitting there. I'm seeing like thousands of like young people.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. And you know, back in those days, I used to speak like a brew. I was like,
I feel you. Yo, what's good, bro?
what are the insane?
What are the insane?
Came straight from high school. I was an oak.
Feel you.
And I got to UJ and like I'm just hearing Sitswana and
Hey,
Zulu and big. I'm thinking like, oh. But I decided to stop a stranger and say hi.
Okay.
And I continued like that at UJ, just saying hi. Before I knew it, I knew everybody.
Were you an extrovert? Because that's a very extroverted thing to do. Were you an extrovert before that, or was that the thing that led you to become an extrovert?
That's the moment that led me to
Okay.
It was like I was in a corner.
I get you. And you had to.
I had to.
Yeah.
Because you know, like in high school, it's all about like cliques and who you know. Now you get into varsity and it's like we're all from different places. Now it's not about like who you know, it's about who you are.
Facts.
So I decided to be like conversational and not hold back. Otherwise, I was not gonna have friends.
Yeah, at all.
And it led to me knowing a lot of people.
Okay.
Like I spoke to a lot of people who brought me a lot of people who brought me a lot of people who brought me laryngitis.
Okay. Laryngitis.
This is in 2013.
Okay. What were you studying in you? What did you pick?
Politics and development studies.
Dope.
Don't ask me why. I just wanted to get in and finish varsity.
Okay.
I knew I wasn't gonna do none of that shit. I just wanted to give my parents something to say, guys.
Hold this.
Yeah, accolades.
Yeah.
And you just screwed me over by the way. I finished and then they said that I had incorrect what do you call it? What is it? Subject. You're supposed to pick certain subjects.
Yes.
And I asked them, how did you allow me to pick the wrong subject?
Oh, so they screwed you over.
Yes. So when I finished my 3B subjects, they said, okay, cool, but these don't count as credits on your degree. Only these subjects count.
Jeez.
And I was already pushing like that Van Wilder shit. I was there for a minute. I was there for a minute.
You're an OG.
I was an OG
Yeah,
at that
you're
point.
an
I was
OG.
pushing on my 4th year, 5th year.
Hey,
And I'm like, guys, I'm done. If I'm not done at this point,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yo, shout out to all the 4th, 5th, 6th year students out there. Yo, man.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
I know someone who graduated on the 10th. Yeah, you must fight.
Yeah. Yo, it is what it is, bro.
10 years is crazy.
Yeah,
I
10
mean,
years.
you could have had like a PhD.
10 years is crazy, bro. Damn.
So anyways, one crazy day we were sitting on campus. So I used to host these sessions on campus.
Okay.
And people would pull up and people would just hang with me.
So those were, people would come from the people that you've met, the networks that you were building, even though you were.
I was inviting people one by one. So I come and say, yo, what are you doing on Friday?
Yeah.
So my invite, if you are coming to my party, you bring, I think it was a 20 rand, and you dress in all black.
Dope.
So we'd have like, when we were young, we'd have like, what?
Dope.
30 people showed up, right? The first one had 30 people. They showed up, everybody gave 20 rand. We had 600 rand.
Yeah, that's $600, bro.
But bro, this is 2010, bro. 2011.
I feel you. I feel you.
Box wine was like 70, 60 rand. A 5
I feel you.
I bought the Namaka.
I know.
So we bought like 5 Namakas. Took out some, what was it called? Was it Russian Day?
Yes, Russian
And
Day.
1818.
Aha.
Got a few of those.
Okay.
And we got on campus and we just threw parties.
Okay.
That's how I got to know like a lot of fly babes. Because remember, we were on campus.
Yeah.
But we were popping bottles. Maybe 1818.
I feel you.
But everyone else was on that Heineken. Everyone was on, you know what I mean? The castles who were giving the shorties wine. So that attracted like a lot of attention.
Okay.
And then it attracted Larry's attention.
Okay.
And he came to campus one day and he saw the whole situation. He was like, yo, this is really dope.
Okay.
How you like draw.
Curated this.
We had a really crazy name. We called ourselves F7.
F7.
Yeah, we had 2 names. F7 was what you get if you fail UJ.
That's great.
For obvious reasons, because we were never in class.
Yeah.
And then the other one that we coined ourselves, because they gave us that name, F7.
Oh, okay.
And the people
called
called
you
us.
Yeah.
And they call us the F7 benches.
Okay.
It still has that name. If you go to UJ and ask them about the F7 benches, that's where we used to hang out.
Damn, yo. Hit us up in the comments. Yo, guys who remember that shit,
Yeah.
hit us up in the comments.
And I found, shout out to like niggas like Gav Goots, I found them there at those benches.
Yeah.
They hadn't coined the phrase yet, but we found them there. But we made it like a thing.
I feel.
You know what I mean? And then Larry came, he saw that, he loved it, and he said, you should maybe try this at the club. And I had. I mean, they're alive, but I don't think they're strict anymore.
Yeah.
I had really strict parents, or they were very strict back then. And I didn't know how I was going to navigate that, so I said, nah. Then I remember my 21st birthday, I hosted a bride at Zoo Lake.
Dope.
It was like mid-Jan, but like 150 people showed up, right? In Zoo Lake. It was like, and we continued until about 9, where like cops had to tell us to go home.
It was a jump.
It was a jump. Then Larry was like, bro, you need to take this for real. And then he introduced me to his mentor at that time. And his mentor was like, no, come work with us at Harem. Got to Harem, and I promise you, I think I had the training and the support from UJ. So landing for me was like really easy. It was like a match made in heaven. I landed. First day I told my friends, I said, guys, we are going to Harem. So Harem back in that, it was like the renovated version of, what was that club? It was called Hush.
Yes. Hush.
Hush was a huge club back then. Lil Wayne was at Hush. You know what I mean? Young Money was at Hush.
Yeah.
Chris Brown was at Hush. It was huge.
Yeah.
So I was like, guys, we have a chance to go to the new Hush.
Okay.
On me, like you don't have to pay entrance. All you guys got to do is show up.
I feel you.
They said, Shama, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Like 80 people were like, we're in. So when I submitted the guest list for the first time, they were like, what? This guy's lying.
They're not gonna pull out.
And they just saw a line like this. All my friends, I'm like, yeah. Oh, tick. And they saw, they said, yo, Then I remember I quickly went from working I used to work Saturdays alone. And I was working, and back then I was making $500.
Wait, let's just pause and zoom, double click that folder and open it, right? What was your job?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So my job when I started was to bring people to the club. So I had a quota of 20 people.
Okay.
So I had to bring 20 people to the club. In fact, I wasn't allowed to get into the club. That wasn't club rules. I just had like 2 big bros in there. Shout out Blade and shout out Ian Wang. So they used to hold me accountable. So they'd say, listen, for your own sake, just you stand here until we tick off 20 names. And then
you can go in.
And that's how I made sure I always had 20 people. Because I'm not trying to be outside the club.
Yeah.
So I'm phoning people, you better be,
dog,
you better be here. And that time, like, if guest list closes at 12, it's closed. It's done.
Okay.
After that, it's 150 rand you pay. And this is 2013.
Your 150 was
gang money. 150 was 5 Don Julios.
Yeah, literally.
5 Don. Now it's 1. Just to give you guys context.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yo, damn, okay. And I remember, at first I thought it was weird. And then I remember they were having people at work, like trying to get rid of people. And they were defending me to hand it back because they had the evidence.
Okay, that this guy actually brings people through the door.
Exactly. So my job in the beginning then was just to bring people in.
Okay.
And we did that.
Okay. And you're getting paid 500.
500 rand to bring 20 people.
A weekend?
At night.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot of people.
At 21.
Yes, I was 20, no, I was 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of money.
That was exploitation.
Yeah.
That was straight up slavery.
I feel you.
I was wading in the water for real.
I feel you.
I was singing those real cotton shots. Made in the water. I was literally, but that shaped me because I wanted it more than the money.
Okay.
I wanted to be good at it.
You wanted the opportunity way more than what you were getting paid for.
Exactly, because I knew where it could take me.
Okay.
And
But did you have a gauge of how did you know that it wasn't a lot of money? Like, did you have people that you could ask, like, yo, how much do they pay the guy who's doing my same job at that club or this club? Like, did you have something to measure? Like,
I would like, in terms of that job, right? Other venues were paying less.
Okay.
So we were like the high paying.
Yes.
Promoting. High pay promoting.
Yes.
Because at that time I think I was making like, 1.5 a weekend cash.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot now, but back then I was
Like,
like, hold up.
Yo.
Understand? Mama Young Cotton on here.
Yeah.
Mr. What is JJ's?
Yeah.
It wasn't JJ.
Yeah, it was JJ.
Say young JJ's here, buy a van here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for us, it made sense. And we had 300 Rand bar tab per night, which could buy me 10 tequilas.
Okay.
So, I mean, we were cozy.
Yeah. You guys were good.
We were good.
Yeah.
You know. But then there was a sudden shift in the economy, and then all of a sudden it wasn't so good. So how they mitigated that is they said you can bring half the people and we'll pay you the same rates. So I was like, okay, I'm already used to like struggling with 20 people, I'm already pushing, so 10 is not bad. I can do 10, right? And the guy I was working for, right? I'm not gonna mention his name, I'll tell you after a while.
Yeah.
So the guy I was working for at that time, he was very transparent with me about the amount of money he was making.
Okay.
So I knew that, okay, yes, other people are getting 300, 250,
Okay.
but that nigga's making 25 grand. So I'm like, brother, I'm trying to make 25 grand as opposed to the 15 here, you know, or no, sometimes it would make like, actually it would make like up to 80,000 a weekend. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And I want to make that kind of money.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna take this just to learn from him. Because he was a bit of a weird guy, you know, but he was really good at what he did.
Okay.
Like in terms of like the party element.
Yes.
So I was learning quickly from him that, but because I was studying so close to him, I was also learning how much of a weird guy he is.
Okay.
So I had to choose now, like where I stand morally. Like, do I continue learning from this guy, but like I have to turn a blind eye to this,
To the things that he
was
does.
doing. You know what I mean? Like, and this is like on multiple levels. Okay. You'll find in this industry a lot of people are not good people. Yeah. But a lot of people they're bad in a compartment. For example, you'll find a criminal. Okay. Yes, he shoots people. Yes. But he's very generous.
I get
and very respectful.
I feel
and
you.
Very understanding. But he shoots people. And then you find other people like they're like, so all of this, like the industry, why people avoid it a lot is because you find a lot of people like that, where you have to kind of like choose now, do I overlook this? Okay. Or do I overlook this? You're always overlooking something. Yeah, and with him, I had to just overlook the chance of making that kind of money from him and look at the fact that he was a weird person, and I moved on. I was blessed to find the owner of Onyx.
Onyx, okay.
Yeah. So I left. I was doing Congo and Harem.
At that time?
Yeah, at that time. So I just remember I was doing Harem alone.
Yes.
And then they brought me on because the owner of Congo and me, we were getting along at the time. Okay. So he liked me a lot because, you know, we spoke the same language. So he liked me a lot. Okay. And somebody I was working with screwed me over, lied to him about us taking a gig, and he took a gig on our behalf. It was the first time this guy was ever going to pay me a serious check. Yeah. Right? Yeah. He gave us, I think it was about 20 grand to split amongst the two of us.
Oh, 10, let's go.
I was going from 500.
Yeah, to like, yo, that's a huge jump.
Right?
That's a huge
and
jump.
My friend at the time, right, took that deal without my knowledge. Okay. Right? And made me, it was a youth day event. And I took an event at the Sands because I wanted to make money. It was on Monday. Yeah. That Saturday, I got a call from this guy. He swore me to hell and back. He's telling me, what the fuck is wrong with you? I've given you 10,000 rand and now you're going to take other gigs. Cancel that gig. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What's going on? Right? Later on, come to find out that that guy took a deal without me so he can take the full 20 grand.
He cut you out.
Not only did he cut me out, he made me fall off with the owner. Because the owner was like, here's me trying to give you rag. And now here you are taking up other gigs. So I said, damn. So I continued anyways, and I continued with that mentor of mine. We went to VIP room.
Okay. This is at Onyx now.
Well, Onyx used to be called VIP room.
Okay.
Right. And I forgot, I left out a part of it.
Yeah.
So VIP room at the time was kind of like shaky, but they wanted to try a Sunday, something they've never tried before. And we went there, and that was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, that was what happened?
It was a horrible.
It was a break.
Like, let me tell you guys, like the best one I had, right? Because we had luck the one time, because there was an event at the Sands on a Sunday, and it got raided by cops, right? And people came, but it was like 50 people, and we were so like, oh, thank God, we're finally gonna have good Sundays. 4 people came the next weekend. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 people. All my guests. I sat there like, this is problematic. We had a full promo team, a full promo team with people. Yeah. With really good promoters. You know what I mean? We had Mbali Cherry, you know, my nigga who just passed away, RIP, Mickey. We had Nico. Like, you guys won't be familiar with them.
Yeah,
And you're live on Dead Radio. And you're live on Dead Radio.
A lot of people actually don't know the people, your peers. Okay. We actually don't know them as like the public. Yeah. We actually have to be super tapped in.
Yes.
To actually know who the players are.
We're gonna get back to this point later.
Okay.
Because this is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So now, we had a really good promo team, you know, and we came from Harem and we were doing amazing. We get to this VIP room and it's bad. And I'm thinking like, I can't believe I just left that to come here after like fighting with my parents about this, after like all that beef, after all that shit, breakups and whatever, only to come here and it flops. And I was like, no ways. And then I remember they canceled those Sundays, and that was the only work I had. Right? And it was the only shred of dignity I had because my parents cut me off. Yeah. I was living in their house. But
I'm sure they weren't happy about the decision you had made.
Oh no. My parents are pastors.
Okay.
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
So you can imagine that this lifestyle was really frustrating for them. Haram. Basically. But I think it was God given. Yeah. I think God used me. And He's constantly using them to teach my parents as well. That you can't, because Christianity is, I'm a Christian, but I find it very superficial. Not the belief in itself, the people.
Yes, the people.
They take on, most religious people, even if you look at Islam, even if you look at, most people take on like a lighter, like a coat of it as opposed to the essence of it because they want to seem and attach. Yes. People are more attached to the community of Christianity than they are attached to the core
faith,
beliefs and
the faith of it.
And
that's true.
When you like Christ to the faith of it, right, you avoid certain things like judging people because you know everyone is God's child.
Exactly. Exactly.
But my parents, they were thinking, people, you need to be holier than thou.
I get that.
And I was like, okay, cool, but I'm holier than you. I'm the sinner. Your people are holier than thou. But I'm in the same club with them, right? These pastors, these deacons, these bishops that you guys are avoiding, I'm seeing them in the strip club. So now what? This measure of morality you have, I was challenging that for them. I was challenging how they viewed people, and I think it made them better people.
I think that's a fair assessment. Also, it was probably God was using you to widen their perspective.
100%.
Because life isn't just black and white.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's colors. It's shades of trillions of colors, infinite. And you need to understand that you cannot box people in.
True.
You can have your boundaries, but you can never put boundaries on people.
True.
And I was helping them understand that.
So now they cancel the Sunday
yes.
events.
Right. Now they canceled the Sunday event.
Your last bit of dignity.
My shred.
What's going on mentally for you? Are you like, damn, maybe I picked the wrong career path? Like, what's going on mentally at that time for you?
How do I make it work? I never gave up on that. I never gave up on myself. I think, a lot of people like to bet, like to gamble on a lot of things, and never themselves.
Yes.
Like
everything else
but themselves.
When
When you realize that, like, you're the only one in charge of your life, like, I couldn't back down. I couldn't let my dad be right.
Yeah.
Because I knew his way of looking at people is wrong.
Yeah.
I think my dad's an amazing man.
Yeah.
I respect him a lot. But I think his perspective, which comes from like deep Africa, it's boxed.
It's also not his fault. Think about the time period he was born in.
Yeah.
A lot of our fathers
Yes.
have that same mentality.
100%.
And it's not their fault. They grew up in a different time.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I was just trying to help him out of that in my own way. So I sat there and I'm like, you know what? Something's got to give. And like you were saying when the mics were off, that you feel like this life was given to me.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah. It came right to you. It came right to you.
So let me tell you what happened next.
Yeah.
So that thing's a dud. But I remember that everywhere I go, I impose myself.
Okay.
Right. I get familiar with the bosses.
Yeah.
I get familiar with the managers. And I understand what they want. A lot of us take employment like what you want. No, they're paying you. If I'm paying you, I'm telling you what I want. I'm not going to ask for a medium rare steak and you give me a well done steak.
Yes.
I will tell you take it back.
Yes.
It's the same with payment. You don't argue with the guy. If I tell you, bro, this is what I want, this is what I want.
Yes.
So I attach with the owners. So when I got to thingy, I was handling the admin for my boss at the time.
Okay.
And the one who was paying us was the owner. So I was dealing with the owner directly because he didn't want to do admin. So that's how I introduced myself to the owner.
Okay, you're like, let me solve this problem for you.
Everyone
out there, right? Figure out how to become a problem solver.
Promise you.
In life. It'll open so many doors for you.
And no matter what you do, problem solvers are the pillars of society.
Literally. If you know how to solve problems, varying problems from different scales.
And that's what I was doing. Oh, we don't have a glass here. I'll take the glass. All the way to, we need to find a replacement DJ. Do you understand? I was just available to be helpful.
Yeah.
Then when they let go of us, that owner phoned me, right? Oh no, he didn't phone me, sorry. I went again the following week. Right, and I was like, yo, I know we don't work here anymore, but I didn't want to sit at home. So the guy was like, okay, cool, have a drink. And we had a drink, and then I was like, listen, there's no MC. I'm not an MC. I was like, there's no MC, Can I maybe try something just to spruce up the vibe? It was an R&B set.
Okay.
I wanted, because everyone knows I love a good R&B set.
Okay.
5 a.m.
Yeah. That's what you're on.
So then we'll go. Dude, I can understand beyond the floor. There's passion because you're drunk.
Yeah.
Everything is just kicking in,
I feel that.
So I did that and it was great. We had the club singing and everyone was going crazy for about an hour at like 4 in the morning.
And you had never done that?
I had never done it before.
Okay.
Right. I just saw Larry doing it at the club at Harem before. And I was like, that's so interesting how they do that.
Yeah.
And when I would show them, I said, why do you always use these words? Why do you always say these things? Huh?
You're reverse engineering.
Yeah. In the motherfucking place to be. Why don't you say we here? Why do you say we in the motherfucking place to be? Okay. And why do you say motherfucking? Why don't you say motherfucking?
Yeah.
Understand? And I would learn from him. I took the mic and he was like, look, how much are they paying you? I said 500 rand. He says, I'll pay you 1,000 rand and a bottle of Ciroc.
Oh.
Come MC for me.
Yeah.
I say, word.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
I say, yeah, we inside.
Once again, a door opens for you.
But also, you see doors. Think of doors like imagine there's a pile of rubble on top of this door. Sometimes the door is there. Sometimes the door is open. But you got to get through all the shit to get to the door.
Yeah, the door.
And getting through that shit is the being helpful and learning part.
And solving problems. Yeah.
So that was me removing
the rubble
that
was
in front of the way.
I feel
So that he could then open the door for me and say, listen, come in here, because you already saw a couple of things that could work for him. A lot of us want things without wanting to be things. You know, if you want help, help people. Like in that situation, I needed that financial help. But I helped him so much that he couldn't do anything but help me back.
He had no choice.
And for him, 1,000 rand he knew was getting me at a steal.
Oh, that's a steal.
But he was just like, you know what, anything to hold this guy here. And then he gave me 2 nights.
Okay.
Right? So now I was making 8,000 a month.
Yeah.
From 2 nights as opposed to 6 from 3.
That.
And then it went from there. VIP room closed. They were doing renovations, and just that good recommendation carried over to a place called Cocoon. I don't know if you guys know that line, Bobby-licious on Wednesday.
Yes.
So Bobby-licious on Wednesday was at
and AKA your RIP to the Super Mega.
Exactly. RIP Mega.
Yeah.
That line comes from Bobby-licious on a Wednesday was at Cocoon. And because of our associations with all of that, we'd start going there, right? And we're high energy, we're dancing, we're hyping. Turning out because, you know what, we just wanted to have a good time, and also we realized that the night needed that. And Babala took a liking to us. You know what I mean? So she was like, I should always talk about us. Hey, those guys. So when VIP room closed, what did the owner of, because the owner of Cocoon, he owned a conglomerate of clubs called TGSA. It's a good group, South Africa, which had Moloko, Pretoria. It had Vanity. It had Cocoon, Onyx, Taboo. A little bit of the Bungalow in Cape Town. So all of that formed. He was a real big guy. And at that time, he was like almost unopposed.
Yes.
You see, now we're seeing like a lot.
People rising.
Yeah, rising. But back then, he was
the
like
guy.
the guy, the real OG. So, you know, when an OG starts hearing your name and he points you out, then it was like that. And then he pointed me out and he was like, listen, I've got something for you here. Right? And he offered me like 4.5. And I told him respectfully, OG, I have to decline.
Why?
Remember, I tasted the 8.
Oh.
Yeah, you know,
so you can't
reverse
hustle
me.
backwards.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
And even if it was for the chance to learn under the OG, I think that one was killing me. It was not that amount.
Yeah.
And in all this hype, another OG heard of me. His name is also Chris. He's from the owner of Zone 6.
Okay.
That's my guy, Chris Haji. Shout out.
Yeah.
So he heard of me from another one of his guys called X. He used to come to some of I met him in the club doing that thing I always do. Yo, what up? You okay? Checking on people. Networking.
Yeah.
He heard that. He said, okay, there's this kid, Shama. He's doing this and this and this. I think we should take a chance on him. So now X came and he offered me 3,000 rand to do 1 gig. Now I said, but it was once off.
Okay.
It was once off. Because he offered me 20% of the door, and the door made 15 grand on average.
Okay.
So I said, you can make 15.
Okay, so that's 3 bands.
And I was like, I hope my math is right. Don't kill me if it's not.
Yeah.
You guys will.
Don't worry.
You'll do the real stuff.
Yeah, pull out the calculators there.
Yes.
Hit us up in the comments.
It's been a long time since I've needed to do that. So then I called Chris.
Yeah.
Right? Because I had bumped into Chris at one point when I used to work at VIP room.
Yeah.
I went out to Congo just for a night out, and it was a night Black Coffee was beefing, aka. I don't know if you guys ever remember that from socials.
That's crazy.
Right?
It was that very night.
That night they called each other out on some like, if I see you, it's on site.
Yeah, it's on site. Yeah.
Coffee and aka.
Yeah.
Coffee calls Chris because Chris was gangster, like not gangster like he's a real gangster, but like he was on shit. Like if you say you need security, if you say you need, he was one phone call away.
Okay.
Right? So Coffee says, listen, this might happen. I just need you to have an eye. Chris says, say less. He shows up, né? And they were sitting at a table next to us. Some also on crystal meth. And they sucker punched me in the club.
Whoa.
And he saw all of that. That's the only time I've ever been jumped in the club, by the way.
Yeah.
But it took crystal meth, so...
Oh, they were charged up. All the way up.
No, I think that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking
You can take a lot of things, but...
Yeah, but like, yo...
That one, no. I'm not judging you, I'm judging you if you do crystal.
But yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm judging you.
Not crystal.
Especially not in the club.
Yeah.
And anyways, we did sort it out with the guys.
Okay.
Because as soon as I got up, Chris was like, I know what that guy looks like. Here are my bouncers. Go find them.
Get him, yeah.
And how he recognized me was because I was stopping a fight once at Zone 6 as well.
Okay.
And then they threw me out. And I was like, I don't know why you threw me out because
I'm
the one stopping the fight. And he's like, so if you go back there, you'll kill everything. I said, take me there, I'll kill everything.
Okay.
He took me there with bouncers, we killed the fight. He shook my hand, he walked away, he never spoke to me.
Kept it moving.
Next time I saw him, it's after I got knocked out here and I get up and this guy is here like, this is what this guy looks like, find him.
Okay.
We went everywhere, that guy ran away. So then he called me the end of that year, that was around winter. He calls me the end of that year. He says, one of my guys phoned me. He says, you want to talk to me about a deal? I tell him, I say, I think we can make money. If I pass X amount of money, will you give me X amount of turnover?
Okay.
And he says, if you hit this number,
then
I'll give you this number.
Okay.
So basically, he was going to give me, after paying my people, I was going to make 18,600 rand. If I hit this number he gave me.
So now is this the biggest number
by a long shot that I've ever seen?
You've ever seen, yeah.
Now I'm thinking like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I phoned everyone who I knew. I said, listen, man, I don't usually do this.
Yeah, but
this one, I need you. I brought so many people from the north to Zone 6. It was a Mint Fridays. Right. And I remember the record was held by Deleuze, the turnover record.
Yeah.
We beat it by 2 grand. And I'm
sure you
and that was prime time Lays. I'm talking 2016, North God. You understand?
North God.
And then Chris was like, how did you do that? I didn't even know. I just phoned everybody who I knew was.
And they all pulled up for you. Damn. One thing I want to just pause, double click and open the folder for is that you seem to be great with creating relationships and maintaining relationships.
Yeah.
Because for you to call everyone that you know and for them to pull up for you, that means that you are really great with maintaining relationships. And is that something that you've been consciously aware of, that I can't burn bridges, I need to make sure that I'm able to network?
Oh, that's my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
Burning bridges.
Okay.
But I think, from having pastors as parents, one thing I won't fault my parents is they are heavy on the words of affirmation. Heavy on that. Okay. And a lot of us are broken inside and we just want to be told that we're fine and you'll be fine. And that's how you start relationship. The maintaining part is where it's really hard. And that's where you invest in people as a person.
Yes.
It's the text, the calls.
Yes.
I try as much as I can to always show up. Look, guys, I'm always late, I'll be honest with you. But I'm always there.
I will pull up.
I will always pull up.
Yeah.
And I think from that always pulling up, people also, they build some sort of they owe you.
Yes.
Some.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, remember, you've already spoken life into them. You told them, listen, you're not dumb. You're not ugly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were able to take that word I gave them, take that thing I told them and run away and build careers.
Build off of that.
And they hold that gratitude towards you.
I get that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You're building people.
So if you want to grow, you need to build people. Remember what I was saying?
And that return on investment, I get that.
So that's what always saves me.
Yeah.
This is my ROI.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a guarantee, but it's almost always likely to be higher than most people because I invest more than most people.
I feel that.
If you know one thing about me, I will respond to your story.
Yeah.
I will say some shit.
Yeah.
I will comment. I will like a thing. As long as I've seen it, I will.
Yeah.
Just to let you know that I see you. And when you do that, for example, like I had my first event. We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
When I had that, the response was insane because all those years of investing in people,
that ROI is coming back.
Right back.
Yeah, tenfold.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn. So, 18.5.
18.6. Don't leave that clipper.
Yo. Yeah.
So I'm staring at making 18.6. I said we have to make it. And you know, shout out to Chris as well, because I don't know what made him believe in me, right? But he really did.
Yeah.
He really did take a chance on me. And I think a lot of us have they've taken they've taken a chance, you know, on people, and they've been disappointed.
It happens.
It happens.
Life is a gamble, though. It doesn't mean you shouldn't invest in people.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. So, Chris takes a shot on me, works out. Someone in his team says it's fluke. Says do it in February. Let's see. Yeah. People don't have money in February. They're recovering from January. The February one, again, beat the December one by 2,000 rand.
That seems to be your lucky number. Oh, listen. That seems to be your lucky number. That's crazy.
We sit down. Chris is like, listen, I need you a part of this thing.
Yeah.
I need you a part of this thing.
So now, as an officially on the team?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just for the Mint Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. And at the same time, so Chris, the other one who passed on, he came to me and said, I heard what you did in Soweto. Right. So his 4,000 turned to 16 a month. He says, I'll give you 16. I said, ish, I made 16K in a day.
So talk to me nice, bro. Talk to me nice.
He says, best I'll do is 21. I say, I can't do 21.
Okay.
He says, I'll give you 26 and a half.
At that time, are you bluffing him? Is that a strategy that you're using?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was calling. I needed that money so bad. I needed it so bad.
But sometimes you have to play that game.
You have to. A lot of the time.
Yeah.
Your standard is what determines your standard of life.
True.
Like I could, and that's where I made mistakes. And like, I'll explain to you how many mistakes I made after that.
Yeah.
But at that point, that was where I should have escalated. Yeah. So after I denied 26 and a half, he was like, so what do you want? I said, I want your worst night. And he's like, literal words, he's like, you're an arrogant little shit, you know that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not arrogant. I
know
want
my
to prove a point.
Yeah.
And you paying me a salary won't prove a point. It'll prove your point, that you know how to find good people. I need to show you that I am a good find. Not that you found me, but
I feel that.
Like I created this for myself.
Yes.
And he said, okay, cool. My worst night is that Cocoon.
Yes.
On a Friday.
Yes.
So I said, okay, Shab, give it to me. He said, okay. He says, you're going to pay for security, the door lady, right? From the door money. No sponsorship.
Okay.
I said, I can't pay security. I can pay the door lady, and I'll wait for sponsorship. I will get sponsorship eventually. He says, okay, let's see. I went to check the Friday before I launched. I kid you not.
Just to see. Yeah.
There were maybe 2 customers. When I tell you not, it was a guy who walked in, he said, and he walked out.
Then he bounced. Yeah, he was like, no ways.
No ways.
Yeah.
The entrance was a curtain, it was closed.
Okay.
Right. And when I landed there, the first thing I said, this curtain doesn't close. If we're having a bad night, I want everyone to see it. So that we must know that.
Yes.
We have no room.
We can't hide it.
Yeah.
We can't hide it.
And I went there with a guy called Jabu Mzimela.
Okay.
You know, I learned a lot from that guy.
Okay.
You see, that guy was somebody who, he saw me for what I really should have been.
Yeah. He saw the diamond. Yeah.
Everybody saw the engagement ring.
Yes.
He saw that lump that is worth
raw uncut.
That's worth
diamond.
Millions of.
Yeah.
He saw that, the one that you put in a museum.
Yeah.
And everybody saw me as like something that you cut up and make as jewelry, earrings,
I feel that.
Rings and stuff. You know what I mean? He wanted me to be the display piece in a museum.
Feel centerpiece.
Yeah. And he really, shout out to that guy. He really did push that. We did Cocoon, and it was, the first 2 nights were really bad, but the third night And since we didn't, we went on a good 8-month run. It was so good, we got sponsorship from Ballet and Jägermeister.
Right. You completely flipped it around.
Completely. That guy was
from the guy walking in to being like,
he didn't make money that day, not a single rand.
Yeah.
To us, where he would make like a lot of money, to a point where they had to ban taboo customers because they weren't going upstairs, they were coming to us. We were having to put couches outside. We were having to go into, like, we had to extend, go into like another part of the club.
I feel that.
Had to build a team. That's where I found, like, you know, my little sister Maria.
Okay.
I call her my little sister. We're not blood.
Blood, yeah, but yeah.
I love her. Even the sister tattoos. Everyone thinks it's the moon. It's actually planet Mars. Because she calls herself Mars. Okay. And I love her that much that on my bicep.
You had to. That's love, bro. That's
love. She carried me through
That's
a lot.
Love. Yeah.
You know, and even that she's always understood my vision.
Yeah.
If I tell her, Maria, I want to do this, she's like, okay, we need to do this and this to make it happen. So that is a crucial person in my life.
Yeah.
We conquered that year.
So what happens? Do you now renegotiate with the owner because you've proved your worth?
Yeah, he started paying the door lady.
Okay.
And then we started getting sponsorships, so we'd get like around like 12.5, which doesn't seem like a lot, but 12.5 would cover our costs fully.
Yes.
So
to operate. Yeah.
So whatever door.
Everything's profit. Yeah.
Right. So much so that I was able to move out of home.
Okay.
And despite the shitty circumstances, that thing kept me alive.
Okay.
Then they saw the good work in that, and Onyx came knocking. Now that's where, yes, the money wasn't the greatest I made, but the name, it grew from Onyx. Like, shout out to Perry.
Yeah.
That guy, he just told me, say, Shaman, I'm not going to argue with you. Just do it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You want to do what? Do it. You want to do AKA's a gold launch? Let's do it. Oh, you want to do another platinum one? Let's do it. How much does you want? 150? Yeah, okay, fine.
So now you have carte blanche to do anything.
That guy was like, bro, run. And I ran, and I truly expressed myself in that environment, you know. And we had a really good run. You know, I met the mother of my son at Onyx.
Dope.
I bought my first car at Onyx. Damn. Yeah, my first car.
So now your life is completely like
moving.
Yeah.
And at the time I bought it was a 320 M Sport, fully spec'd. It was.
Yeah.
I remember when I posted, because I remember at that time, what's his name? Who's this white man that runs our country? Rupert.
Yeah, Rupert.
He was like, yo, black people only like Taboo and BMWs. I don't know if you guys remember that tweet.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I posted and I said, my caption was, something about that. Like, they love Taboo and BMWs. Here we go.
Here we go.
Boom.
Again.
I'm being a nigga.
Yeah.
Got that. Everyone was like, whoa, okay, this guy's moving.
Okay.
Right? And then at that point, I started falling off with the venue because you start becoming the hype, and that pisses off owners all the time. You start becoming the hype because everyone talks about Shama.
Not the venue.
Not the venue itself.
Okay.
The guy at Onyx, he didn't give a rat's ass.
Yeah, he was
like, as long as I'm making money, continue.
I don't care, dog.
The other ones now who are owners, and they were like, nope, it's about the venue. And that fell off. But then he sat down with me once and he showed me how I could grow from this. And like, how I should do my own shit. And as we're about to implement that, COVID-19.
2020
comes.
Bang!
When I tell you 2018 to 2020 was perfect.
I feel that.
I had got my son.
Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you, and I have the most, I have a designer baby. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to my baby mom.
Yeah,
she gave me a beautiful son.
Yeah.
So I had all of that. Beautiful baby, beautiful
life is
car.
Moving the right way.
Moving the right way. I'm close to getting my home loan for my first house. Like everything is moving. Pandemic comes now. And you go from making, at that point I think I was making like what? 50 grand? It went from 50 grand to zero.
Overnight, basically.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Because I've never had a real job.
Yeah.
Like it's not like written down.
Yeah, like a 9 to 5.
You know what I mean?
Brown paper bags one way.
And it's not even 1 week now. It's 10 months.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now you can't even go to the club owner and be like, I need money. Also him, he hasn't been operating for 10 months.
Literally.
You know what I mean? And that brought out the fighter in me. No, I wasn't making 50, I was making less than that. I was making 41, no, 42.
Okay.
Somewhere in the early 40s.
Yeah. But that's good money.
That's
bro.
good money.
That's good money.
That's good money.
Yeah.
And the only thing about club money is that it's not a secure money.
What do you mean by that?
You get paid wages, right? Not
Okay.
salaries.
Okay.
So when I'm giving that amount, you need to break it down by 4.
Okay.
It's just my math is not mathing right.
Yeah.
So those wages, it's insecure income because you know it's coming next week. So what we tend to do is we tend to blow it.
Because you're like,
it's coming next week.
Okay.
But because also it's not formal,
yeah,
you don't have like security.
Yeah.
That guy can wake up tomorrow.
Dental care, like those things.
No, not even that. That you have to take on your own.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like basic things like security to know that this guy can't tell me to up and leave.
Yeah.
But they can.
Yeah. At any moment.
At any moment, because you're a service provider.
I get that.
Like, you know, you can book black coffee, right? And then tell him, okay, thanks, bye. You never have to book him again.
That's true.
He can never come to you.
Yeah.
No. You guys have booked me before. I must get booked again. You'd be like, coffee, you provided me a service.
It's done. I paid you for it. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that's what happens. So it's unstable in income. So that's why a lot of people, that's how they actually trap you. They give you unstable income that makes life really fast.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, for example, making 40,000 rand, right? And making 10,000 rand a week is completely different things.
I get that.
It's different kind of money.
Yeah, it is.
Because when you get 40,000 rand, you don't have 10,000 rand to blow.
True.
Because you will see now
it all comes at once and you're like, yo, I need to plan this out.
Because it's coming again later.
Yes.
If I blow 10 grand today,
You know.
I'm just going to phone you and say, bro, I need bread and groceries for next week. Yeah. I'm good for Tuesday, you know that. You know that. Yeah. Tuesday, 7 p.m., here's your money, thanks, brother. You'll never doubt me when I ask you for 2K.
Yeah.
I like this 2K number, eh?
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, that's your number.
2,000 rand.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, yo, how is this happening, the pandemic? You know, my son was just born. He was born 4 days before the pandemic. I'm thinking like, bro, I went from making my last check, right, to not making any checks. And I'm sitting there like, bro,
what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
How do I maneuver this?
And I remember that time I prayed a lot, you know, and I remember like I took all my material possessions, I had watches, I had jewelry, and I gave them away. And I was like, listen, here, shoes, clothes, because I just didn't want to feel like this defines me. I didn't want to feel like, I wanted to feel disconnected.
Okay.
And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and it was quiet and it was quiet and it was quiet. And then I got mad at God. I got mad at God because I was like, why didn't you say anything?
Yeah, you're not speaking back to me.
You're not speaking back to me.
And you can see I'm in trouble.
You
can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we're talking outside, I think I told you this when I was like, people who succeed in life are people who listen to God. God, you call it a lot of things, intuition,
The universe. Like, yeah, there's so many names.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That inner guidance that lets you know that right from wrong. Right. A lot of us don't listen to that voice. Right. And getting closer to God, getting more spiritual, helps you understand that voice louder and clearer. And during that time, it was quiet. But I think the silence was more for me to observe than for me to think it was a silence. Because that's what I did at that time.
Yeah.
Because I just kept praying and praying and praying and praying. And you know what? God was like, dude, get up and do something.
Do something.
Your kid is hungry.
Yeah.
But my kid wasn't starving. No.
Yeah. But things had changed.
Things had changed.
Because
Yeah.
from then till pandemic, clubs are closed.
Yeah. But what saved me was, my friends pulled through for me with the daddy shower.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them.
Shout out to your friends.
You guys won't know. You supplied me with 7 months of baby stuff. From March to October, I didn't buy a single thing. And you guys don't understand how important those things are. Pull through for your boys. Yeah. We always like to attack like deadbeats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If your boy's a deadbeat, you're a deadbeat.
Yes. True.
Because if your boy's a dad, you're a dad.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like your friend's son is your son.
Is your son.
And that's how it must work.
I love that.
Like if I see my friend's child suffering, that should be my suffering.
Yeah, your son is suffering too. Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
I'm just blessed because all my friends with kids, they're all ballers, all of them. Like, they're all wrecked.
Yeah.
And they're all praised. But shout out for them being present and I see you, Charlie, Cedric, Zovo, Window. Who else is there? There's a lot of present fathers.
I feel you. Yo, shout out to all the present fathers out there. You guys don't get enough shine.
Credit. You guys really don't.
Yeah.
But you guys are really pulling through. And if I skipped you, don't feel bad.
Nah, it's all love.
It's all love.
It's all love. And so now you're in this period, right? Your boys come through for you.
Yes.
What starts happening when regulations start relaxing and opening up?
That took a while. So what happened was we had to go against regulation.
Yes.
So we started I started selling liquor.
Okay.
Right, on the low.
Okay.
Because I stopped praying.
Okay.
And I got up and I did something about it.
Yes.
Right. And then I realized that sometimes we pray too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes God is like, I heard you. I've given provision. Like we said earlier, clear the rubble.
Now
move the rubble
Yeah,
now.
move
I've opened
now.
the door.
Yeah.
Move the rubble.
Yeah.
So I started moving the rubble, right? And I started selling liquor.
Okay.
And in selling the liquor, I found someone who was like, listen, do you know anyone who would be interested in selling trucks? Not selling trucks, in putting trucks on routes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And from those conversations, I got crooked a lot, but I met a lot of people and it took me back into contact with Chris.
Okay. It led you back.
The thing.
Yeah.
And then Chris was like, I'm building a new venue.
Oh.
What should we call it? I said, why don't we call it Mint? And we got back into business together. And I said, listen, we can't wait for the government to open.
Yeah.
Let's throw parties. That saved us again.
Okay.
So when we threw parties, we would have I know this may sound bad, but we'd have 500 people during 2020.
Heavy regulations.
Yeah.
I saw those online. Say less. Say less.
Yo.
Say less. Yeah.
You know what's that song that made Philolity big? Which one?
That was
Tafelo.
Yeah, Dipachi Tafelo. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Tafelo. Dipachi.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes,
we launched that.
Oh.
Right? And we launched that, and there was a video where he was dancing on top of the zone.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Do you see how many people were there?
Yeah.
That was level 3 or 4.
Heavy regulations.
Heavy regulations.
Okay.
But from that, I developed survival skills. And we're not going to talk about my income now, but it's taken me a lot further.
I feel that.
To a point where now I can hire people.
Okay.
And I can create the new me.
I feel
without having him to go around this whole loop of lessons of 10 years, that I took. I'm grateful for my time at Onyx. I'm grateful for my time at Taboo. But it was a long time of earning what I shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Earning my stripes as opposed to my rack.
Yeah.
And look, I'll take it at all times. Look, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
But now I work with youngsters and I try to teach them that if you abide by certain principles, because everything is a principle thing.
Yes.
Right. For this to work, I have to talk to this mic and I have to talk to you so that the audience gets a correct.
I feel that.
Principle is everything.
Yes.
So I'm teaching them principles so they don't have to learn the entire rope the long way. I want them to be students of the game so that they learn quickly and then they take us to the next level.
To the next level.
Because you've clocked everything already.
That. Yeah.
Like my son.
Yeah.
My son is 4.
Yeah.
If you had to play him, let's say, I don't know, Forza, he'd probably beat you.
Yeah.
He's 4 years old.
Yeah.
4 years old, I'd never seen a PlayStation.
I get that. I feel you.
Right.
But that's how it's actually supposed to go, generation by generation.
By generation.
Yeah.
I thought I could have been a pro FIFA player. Like, I'm really good at FIFA player. You must put my PSN there, right? Tell you, gents, if you're there, you think you got what it takes. Ne? Like, put my PSN there. Put it here even. Add me. I will beat you.
Let's go.
But you have to play FUT.
I feel you.
If you're not playing FUT, you're wasting my time.
Right?
But I'll never go pro because pro, they started when they were 5.
True.
They started when they were 4.
You can't compete with those kids, bro. You can't.
And the only way to build super soldiers is by teaching them early.
I feel that. Yeah.
And where I'm at now is what we spoke about earlier, and I said we're going to get back to it.
Yes.
Right. So now what I do is, instead of hosting, I now curate experiences.
Okay.
So I'll sit down with the venue owner. So currently I work at Tempo. I work at Nostra. But I have 2 new clients. We just haven't announced it yet in public. Okay. Someone here in Santon. It's going to be dope.
Fire.
Yeah, we're building. You know, we're building.
I get that.
And for us to be able to do that, we need to stick to the principles of having like solid events at each place and defining all of that.
Yes.
And that's what we do at CIS. That's my company.
CIS.
Shama is Shama in the house.
And that's how you funnel. So all those 10 years accumulated to
this moment.
100%.
Damn. But this is crazy because now I'm on completely new territory.
Yes. Once again.
Because what I do in this space is actually, because I don't work for one venue. Most venues don't really like that. They kind of want to have their own internal.
Yes.
But I always convince them that you need that, a little bit of a wow factor, a little bit of that, split it up, you know. Like throwing, you know how you throw rockets in a pasta?
Just to,
you know, that's what I do for venues.
Okay, you're the Salt Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Just to add that little bit of spice to whatever venue's doing. Because sometimes they may get monotonous because they have their team. Right? I come from many different places. I see many different things. A lot of people who work at venues make the mistake of just being there. You'll lose out.
Yes, which is the thing we're talking about, how as the public, we don't know the players in the game, right? Like you and the other promoters who actually create the vibe of the places that we go to. So is that why you felt that I need to evolve past this level that I'm at? Okay.
I do. Because what I was doing was too niche. It's too focused around a specific market.
Okay.
But now if I adopt multiple markets, we build a big groove community.
Makes sense.
Because there are people who are more artsy, right?
Yeah.
But they've got money.
Yeah.
Right? You just don't know that.
Yeah.
Just because someone's not in LV doesn't mean he doesn't have money.
True.
You don't know that.
True.
Maybe he just doesn't like popping bottles. But maybe some days, he wants to surprise you. Drop him off 4 or 5 for you. 4 champagnes, 5 champagnes, right? But you haven't given him the chance because you haven't opened yourself up to him. And now there's a guy, right, who's sitting here in the north who wants to go to like a more culturally orientated event.
Yes.
But he feels like he won't fit because his entire cupboard is Louis V.
I feel that.
How do we then merge the 2 experiences?
Okay.
How do we find a common ground for groovers to enjoy groove?
I feel that.
Like groove it's an energy.
Yes.
That you feel.
Yes.
It's a real feeling.
Yes.
Euphoria, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
That thing is what groove gives us. We love groove in SA. Because SA, you have a lot of problems here.
I won't lie, South Africa is the groove capital of the world.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. I went to Afro Nation last year, Afro Nation Portugal.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, if we had that here, I kid you not, it would be the best thing in the world. I promise you. Nobody can party like a South African. I kid you not.
I feel that.
And we have the prettiest women.
Facts.
And we have, South Africa is, because we're groove orientated, it's not hard to get a crowd going. We like it. We like the...
That rhythm.
The rhythm, the ambience. Once it starts playing, it's like, yo.
People get up.
Yeah. They do their thing. You know what I mean? And I feel like if we can grow that and share that to the world loves Amapiano because the music is good, but because it also it's portrayed in the build up, the promo, the marketing.
Yes.
You really experience
The true essence of being in Soweto.
all these challenges, all these clips. That's what made Amapiano
And they've
famous.
packaged it.
Yeah, they packaged it into Amapiano.
Yes.
It's actually SA energy.
Yes.
In packaging
You are
to sound.
1,000% right. You are 1,000%.
That's what made
right.
Amapiano global. The South African energy, the
And
culture.
this energy, actually, you can't find it anywhere else in the world.
You know, God willing, I'll be at Afro Nation US. I'm
I feel
applying
that.
for my visa
I feel that.
this week.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. Now we'll definitely wrap up.
I'm gonna tell you. Because Europeans, they got nothing on us.
Yeah,
Nothing on us.
Nah, they steal. They steal as fuck.
Nothing.
So, now that you've accumulated all this information, all this first-hand knowledge, right? I want to ask you something. I want to ask you about, say I had 15, 20, 30 million rand, right, to open up a venue. And I hit you up, I called you. I was like, yo, bro, I need you to help me make this venue one of the biggest in the city, in the country. What are the things that you need to put in place to make a club or a venue successful?
Isn't that how I make my money?
I guess so.
I'll give you.
I guess so.
I'll give you
But
some
what
like-
are some of the things? Because us as the public, bro, we just get to the venue, yo, it's curated, yo, it's fly.
Yeah.
We don't actually know what are the calculated things that need to go into running a successful club.
Yeah. I'll tell you, clubs are niche.
Yeah.
You must remember that. You're dealing with a niche client. Events is broad, clubs is niche. So when you want to do, like, for example, a festival, right? Festival is kind of like throwing an open net.
Yes.
When you're doing a club, you've got a hook. You put a worm on there, right? So now you need to find your worm and your fishing rod. Too many of us are trying to throw the net into the water because we don't have strategies.
Yes.
So I could give you a strategy, but that could only work for
A specific place.
crowd.
I feel
So when you
that.
go into a place, find out who you're trying to reach out to. Do research on them. Understand your client. You know what I mean? You feel like, oh yes, it's not a coincidence. The curation appealed to you.
Yeah.
You saw it somewhere that
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that's nice.
I would love to go there.
Not everybody said it, that's nice.
Yeah, true.
Not everybody said that's
True,
nice.
true. It's tailored for me.
Yeah.
I feel that.
It's tailored for you. And
feel that.
the tailoring of events is what makes Europeans experience so nice. It's very well tailored, specific for, like, you'll go there, you'll find, like, you know, when I was in Amsterdam, we went to some random joint with a homie of mine, and we just found they were playing reggae music the whole night, right? And I know that there is a whole reggae movement here in SA, and they had the whole thing like, what was it? What was this place here?
In town, the baseline, not
Baseline.
Yeah, baseline. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like,
I
be
get
specific.
that.
Baseline has no reason
Yeah.
to be to be open for that long.
Yeah. True.
Right. But whoever's they understood
Yeah,
their
he
market.
figured it out.
He
Yeah.
said, these are my guys.
Yeah.
If I go to Tempo or Nostra and play reggae the whole night, they're gonna look at me like, bro, you killing
What are you?
us.
What's going on here? I feel that.
That's one
That's
secret
a major.
everybody
key.
should have.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
understand your client.
Damn.
Get the fishing rod. Leave the net.
Yeah.
Stop trying to take from everyone. Create your own fish. Like, make your own like line. You know, if you say, yo, I want these people, focus on that and curate for them. Appeal to them. Reach out to them.
Damn. And then another question that's been in my mind, right, is that, okay, influencers versus artists, right? I'm sure you over the years have seen it went from where it was just artists who would draw in the crowd, obviously the curation, but then we got to a place where influencers were hosting parties, like they were the draw.
Yeah, they were.
What do you think it's how do I even ask this question? Because what I'm really trying to get to is which one works better?
Oh,
Especially in the time that we're living in. And I'm sure it's cheaper to book an influencer than whoever. Your Durban Goga.
okay, not Durban Go.
Yes, yes. But I mean just like the mainstream artist that would bring a big crowd.
Yeah.
Like,
she's a big crowd.
yeah. But
but
what's
she
been
shines
the
a lot.
difference for you? Have you seen over the years where it's moved from just artists to now influencers are able to pull crowds in?
No matter how you look at it, it goes back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
I could put Durban Gogo in tempo.
Yeah.
She'll kill it.
Yeah.
Then I can take her to some classic event. And then everybody with only white people, they're gonna be like, brother, what's going on?
What's this?
What's this?
Yeah.
You know, and standards is what determines your, like, you have to have standards.
Yeah.
And for this to work, everybody needs to have standards. Whether you're booking an influencer or you're booking an artist, you have to have standards. Because I could tell you this influencer works, but it won't necessarily work at your venue. And I could tell you this artist works,
But not at your venue. I get
you know,
that.
Like,
I
there's
get
been very
that.
big artists.
And they couldn't pull
a
the crowd.
They couldn't pull anyone.
I get that.
You can't expect an Amapiano artist to pull from pull Afrikaners.
I feel that.
Do you understand?
I
It's
feel that.
unexpected.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't book Kurt Darren at Nostra.
I
It
feel
would be
that.
blasphemy.
Yeah. The crowd would just be like, bro.
No, they wouldn't even. They'd actually come and
I
protest.
feel
EFF
that.
would be there. They'd be like, oh, bro, like,
Outside
wilding
there.
with the signs. You know what I
feel
mean?
that.
And
I feel that. I
it
feel
goes
that.
back to that, to understanding what works for your
For
space
you.
and who works for your space.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's curation.
I feel that. It feels like curation and networking are the best skills to have in this space.
Definitely.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
And empathy.
And empathy.
A lot of people like to detach their emotion to this industry. It's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
What makes people go out is emotion. So when you're working, the emotion is really important.
Yeah.
Like, you keep saying, I feel you. That's what brings people out. It's that feeling.
Yeah.
So empathy helps you understand where people are. So that, because a lot of times, you know, people, they'll just send a message at any time or whenever they won't understand that you might be going through this or you have this.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that goes back to understanding who you're talking to.
Having a radar for emotion, like
Yeah.
the emotional impact.
Trust me.
Damn.
Because people will come to your party and they will get drunk and you will see what they were hiding, why they weren't trying to go out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are going through a lot.
Yeah.
I've had to deal with, part of this is also counseling.
I feel that.
You're sitting there, a grown man, crying on your shoulder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he needs to feel safe, right? And he also needs to not feel emasculated
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
You need to be able to say, you know what, bro, it's fine. It's okay. Without making him feel like,
yo, yeah, I feel that.
so it's a lot
empathy.
of energy.
And a lot of like understanding human psyche, right?
Big
Psychology.
time. Big
The psychology of like human beings
Yeah.
and where you're at. Okay, I want to switch gears as we're winding up, right? And talk about the evolution of dreams, right? So one thing I always talk to our guests about is like how dreams evolve, right? So you, obviously, it started from you throwing parties on campus,
Yeah.
and then it evolved to you now working with the clubs, and then it evolved to you starting your own agency, right?
Basically.
What's a new dream for you now that you didn't have a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Because now you walked in through the door
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, snap, there's like 20, 30, 40 other doors that I can like walk into. What's a new dream for you?
I was never keen on opening my own venue.
Okay.
But I think because the more I got involved on the business side of things,
Yeah.
the more I wanted to do it. I want to do it right. Right. I feel like I've got a lot of qualms with the way a lot of people do things. but I understand that the way they do things also comes from their background and how they see the
their perspective, yeah,
and
their perspective.
I think we need a promoter-owned venue, right? There are a few, but not promoted to the core sense. Yeah, but like we need a venue that's
owned by a promoter.
Like it's someone who knows and understands the intricacies of being an artist, being a host, a lot of guys don't know that. They don't know that, like, listen, bro, you think it's cool holding on someone's money because you got a lot of it. You don't know what it feels like.
What it actually really feels
being
like.
a DJ coming up and they don't want to give you 1.5.
Worked through every stage. Every stage.
So I need to put all of that into one shop. I think it might be the best run shop in the country.
I won't lie. That is a brilliant dream to have. And you might be the person to execute it. You might be the exact person to execute it.
Yeah, I'm talking to a few guys, via possibly, some funding. I just think the only thing is funding. The dream is there.
Yeah, the dream is there.
The ability to.
But the money is also there. The money.
It's there.
Yeah, it will come.
I must find it.
Yeah,
I must
maybe
move the
clear
rubble.
the rubble, and it'll come. Because that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Because I'm sure the door's open for the money.
Yeah.
It's about clearing the rubble.
Yeah.
And clearing the rubble that's the hard part. Yeah. That's the dirty work.
Oh no, it's tough, bro. It's tough.
Gotta get your fingers in there.
It's tough, but someone's gotta do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be that somebody. And a lot of the time, a lot of us don't succeed because we don't want to be that somebody.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand the hardship. I would never want to be a celebrity.
I feel you.
Popular like that.
Yeah.
Even when you texted me, I had to ask my sisters, should I do it?
Should I do it?
I don't want to be on camera, all of that stuff. I don't like that. It's a hard life. Yeah. And people don't realize that. Yeah. People are in your business. Yeah. People are in your...
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
You can't even be upset. You can't even be sad.
Yeah.
You're walking in the street, oh my God, it's... Now you must smile, hey, take a picture.
And the worst thing in the world could have just happened to you.
Yeah.
But now you're a public figure.
You're a public figure. What do you have to do? They just told you they seized your assets. Someone, oh my face, I'm your biggest fan. And you have to smile through the pain.
It's like, bro, you have no idea what's going on in my life right now. Like,
it's like, there's this TikTok that I keep seeing. It's about this guy saying when you're having the worst day and then your girlfriend phones you. And then she was like, hey baby, just guess what I ate. Yeah. And the guy's like, what? He's like, do you even like me? That's literally what biggest celebrity is about. Bro, my car broke down and you're asking me, guess what I just ate? And a lot of people don't understand the moving the rubble part on a lot of shit. They don't understand the dirty work. Do you understand? People think you guys just record, that's it.
Keep it moving.
You guys copy paste, boom, it's online, and that's how it is. They don't know that you guys have to go through the hours of grading and because I keep moving and I keep jumping on the mic, and you guys have to sort that out, not me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the work. That's the work. And uploading and saying we're gonna push this until it gets us to where it gets us.
Where it needs to get.
A lot of people don't have. You said episode 22.
Yeah. No, actually. We're on episode 56. By the time this comes out, we'll be on episode 70. Because we have a catalog.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
70 episodes. Right. How long have we been sitting here for?
Oh, almost an hour now, right?
Right. We've sitting here for an hour. That's 70 hours. Right, of sitting down, of doing this. Literally. Let's not even talk about the editing. Let's not even talk about all of that. And that's what a lot of people don't get.
I get
that success. The hard part. The dirty work. A lot of people, you can shell out any girl you want, right? Now you've got her attention. Now what? Okay, even on Twitter they like to say a lot of us have high recruitment budgets. Yeah. Even for work.
At the top,
Can put a good CV. You know what I mean? You can send all the emails. I get messages every day. Yo, I'm mang. I'm do this. Okay, let me put you there then. Let's see. Right, we have to put in the work where I say, okay, cool. Before we play here, I need to hear you play 4 sets before I can guarantee that you could. A lot of people are not willing to do that. I've worked a lot of free gigs, right? I've done a lot of consultation for free, right? Because it created opportunity. You need to look at not the cost, you need to look at the opportunity cost, What does missing out on that opportunity cost you?
Yeah, as an individual.
And what do you lose when you don't take that?
And money isn't the only form of value.
It isn't.
Just like you speaking about how you did so many free consultations which led to opportunities.
Yep.
Money isn't the only valuable thing in the world.
If we're being honest, money is actually like the last.
Yeah, it's the least valuable thing.
It's the
least valuable. Yeah.
Because you can get a lot of money. If you haven't done the work, right, you won't have certain principles of money. It'll go like this.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Simple. And anything requires principle. Anything requires commitment, determination, hard work. A lot of people don't want to get to that. A lot of people want to sit there, take shots, take snaps with baddies. You know what I mean? That's all
Just
you guys
be in
see.
the section,
You want to be in the sec. You know what it took for us to get in that section.
Yeah.
So you guys know what it took for people to accept us getting in their sections. Whoever's watching this, let's say you're trying to get up, you're trying to come up. You know, I mean, I don't recommend it, but observe how people
reverse engineer things, bro.
watch how people get kicked out of sections. Watch how people get told, "What are you doing here?" It's really hard to get into certain places, into anything, right? It was really hard to get to where you get to.
Yeah.
You know, I've known Bangy for a while.
Yeah.
He will tell you, like, we've been doing parties.
Yeah.
Right? We did a party in 2017 at that Cocoon thing called Liberosis is Dead.
Yeah.
That was 7 years ago. Yeah. People won't know that. They don't see the moving of the rubble. All they see is when your door opens.
Yeah, when the doors open, they're like, oh, damn.
Because we're all here in the darkness, right?
Yeah.
It's dark. I felt the pile of sand.
Yeah.
When I opened the door and the light is there, we all see the light.
Yeah, now everyone sees the light.
Yeah, but you guys didn't see what I did there to move the rubble. So if everyone can just realize and just get off your high horse, man. Get to work, man. Stop being cool to work.
Yeah.
You can be cool to be anything, but never be too cool to work. Never. Focalistic. You guys don't understand what made Foca blow. That year he took 100 free gigs, he told us. Focalistic 2020 took 100 free gigs. Now Focalistic is one of the biggest. You guys have to see it like that.
I hope you guys are writing this shit
Bro,
down.
I wish he can come tell you how I used to get booed off stage. When Echo was rapping, I used to get booed off stage, even got booed on play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People don't, they hear that, oh, it's part of the rap. Guys, it's part of the process, not the rap. He's rapping about the process. He's rapping about the process.
I love
You have to. I know you guys hear it all the time. You have to fall in love with the process. Guys, it's literally it. If you didn't love sitting here and talking, if you didn't fall in love with this process, it wasn't going to grow to where it needs to.
True.
And a lot of us, people DM me, Shama, please book me, please. You didn't do any work. You've never showed up to a venue. You know, there's this guy, Nico, one of my best friends, right? He showed up for 6 months without getting paid. We didn't know. We were like, bro, this is like exploitation.
Yeah. At this point, we're just exploiting him. Yeah.
We went to guys, you guys are really exploiting this guy. Then they put him on. Now he's part of the team that does that event called Never Rush a Sunday.
Oh.
Right? You guys think it comes from nowhere.
I guess.
It's years of grinding.
True.
You know, everything boils down to like a molecular level.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's as small as it goes.
Yeah.
And that's not at your eye.
Yeah.
Right? Everything you see is formed of millions and millions of particles put together.
Yeah.
So the come up is putting all those particles together. It's putting all those pieces together. Damn. Let's see what that looks like.
What a bar.
You know what I mean? Let's see what that looks like.
What a bar.
You think you're one human being. Yes, you are one human being, but you are, you know, your organs can run for like around the earth or something.
True.
You heard about that?
Yeah, I literally saw that last week.
How crazy
and I was
is
like,
that? That's what's inside you, right? And that's what needs to be formed for the shit to move through your body. Yeah. Just for the shit to move through your body. Yeah. You need miles of.
Yeah. Literally for it to move.
Oh no.
Here.
I think it was the nervous system.
Yeah, it's your nervous system.
The nervous
if
system
you actually
stretch
it all the way out.
Yeah, that's for you to feel everything that you experience.
Yeah.
All of that is a combination of things. Yeah. We're also obsessed with one big product. The biggest single cell thing you can see is an amoeba. Yeah. The biggest single cell organism. You cannot see an amoeba with your eye.
Literally.
There's no cell you can see. Even if you see like a block here that you see, it's a bunch of cells put together.
It's a universe in there.
Literally.
And if you use a telescope, you'll be
so shocked.
You'll be like, whoa.
And things move.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And things,
it's a universe. Yeah.
That's what
Feel
success is. It's you being able to like put the hard work in, right? To put all of those little things together and create one big picture.
And
You
build.
know, I don't. You guys won't see here. You won't see like they have these Lego. You guys have Lego things up there.
Yeah, the built-up ones. Yeah.
You would have never seen that if you hold one Lego.
True.
You would have never seen that.
True.
You would never be able to tell that that's that. Each piece is almost identical. It's just one block of Lego.
True.
But when you put it together, you form a picture.
Build. When you build. Damn. This has been what a crazy episode, man. He's dropped so many jewels for you guys out there. And bro, thank you.
Thank you, man.
It's been amazing. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back again with another episode of Dead Radio from your boy Ini.
And you're live on Dead Radio.